One factor to consider when you're planning your reception can be kind of a touchy subject, and that's alcohol. Now, if you and your family don't drink because of personal or religious beliefs, that's fine. You can choose to have a reception without alcohol, or you can choose to serve it to your guests, even if it's not something you and your family partake in. If you do decide to serve alcohol at your wedding, you have a number of options that can help you stay within your targeted budget. Alcohol is one part of your budget that you truly can't control. Despite what choices you make, you don't really know in advance how much your guests are going to drink, and you want to be careful that you don't get a very large bill that you're not expecting after the wedding. So it's just something to keep in mind as you set your overall budget. One option is to have a limited open bar that serves perhaps just beer and a house wine. And then if they want a mixed drink or other type of drink, then they can do it on a cash bar basis. You can have a full hosted bar where your guests can have as many drinks as they want throughout the evening. That can get very expensive, so you need to consider if your group of friends might have a drink or two, and that's just the kind of people they are, then that might be a great option. But if you know that a lot of people coming to the wedding are heavy drinkers, you might want to definitely consider this as part of your budget. Another option is to have a cash bar for the entire evening. And this is just a decision that you and your families need to make when you're planning your reception. Regardless of which way you choose, it's always a good idea to have soft drinks, water, coffee, and tea available to your guests. Another thing you may want to consider is instructions to the serving staff at your reception regarding leaving glasses and cups on the table. I find it is nice if I come back to my table to have the water or soft drink that I left there still available for me to drink. And if partially drunk drinks are being cleared, your guests are going to get more of them from the bar instead of finishing the one that they had started. I'm not entirely sure that that's even a nice practice for your reception location to practice. So you might want to consider instructing the wait staff to leave water and soft drinks on the table and not to clear drinks that are partially drunk. Last but not least, consider the fact that your guests have been drinking. You might want to designate someone in your family to keep an eye on the guests that have been drinking, to arrange for a ride home if someone is noticeably drunk. Both because you would feel terrible if something happened to one of your guests because they had an accident on the way home or hurt someone else on the way home, and also because you can be held legally liable if you provided the alcohol and then they have some type of DUI incident. So you might just want to have someone designated, even the bartender might be willing to do it, just to keep an eye out for people that may have had a little too much and to help arrange transportation home.